Jory Cummins. I'm 50 and then some.
Hi, I'm Judy Layfield. I'm ditto on the age. We grew up dancing hula, and we did hula together. So I guess if you consider that exercise, we did that together. But we've taken exercise classes separately. It's just that Team Move was, I saw an ad, so I bought a membership for her, and I figured it was someone to go with. So that's how we started Team Move together. But we've done, like I said, other activities together before. Danced hula, rode horses. What else have we done?
It's pretty much our passions throughout life is those two things. We started riding horses, I think, when we were in elementary school, and throughout high school and beyond, and I think 30 years into it, I was in Virginia and actually was a coach for an amateur adult team when I was there for just a few years, and rode actively until probably about 10 years ago.
And I pretty much gave up riding, I think pretty much after college. When I started having children and horses didn't mix well.
Both of them I admire very much. One of the things that maybe not too many people know, they had mentioned that they're into hula, but it's much more than that. There was a lifetime achievement. They achieved the status of kumu hula. And it's not just in layman's terms of master of the dance, but they are stewards of the Hawaiian culture and tradition. And with the kind of people they are and the heart that they have, I couldn't think of a better steward for our culture than those two. It's not just the physical activity. I knew them when they were riding and hula, of course, and every so often I'd go to Kailua Beach and I'd see them dancing or whatever. But it's their mental, spiritual lifestyle. I mentioned that they are kumu hula, that they had embraced in their hearts and things they do, the Hawaiian culture. And it's not just the physical activity, but how they go forward and teach it. I've learned a lot from them, and I'm Native Hawaiian, but I've learned a lot from them as far as our history and culture and so forth. So it's not just the physical activity that they live, it's also the spiritual and the mental activity.
We're different in many ways. I think if you look at us really closely, we have a few physical appearances that are different, but I think our personalities are different.
I think a lot of similarities come from our family also, as well as just being twins. There's 5 children, and we were all really close growing up.
I don't think we think alike because we're twins. I think we think similar things, or we can second guess each other because we know each other so well. But do we have kind of, people talk about that twin telepathy kind of stuff. I'm not so sure we have that, but I think because we know each other so well, we spent so much time around each other, we kind of know how each other will react to something. We know kind of how each other will think or say. So I think it's more because we know each other so well.
Judy and Jory are my hula sisters. They've been my hula sisters from as long as I can remember. I first started dancing for Antebella when I was in the 7th grade. But when I went to Antebella's, they were already there, and they were part of the performing group with Antebella. Later on, as a senior in high school, I moved on to Napua Leo Liko Lepua, and they joined soon after. And being that we were the same height, they have always been dancing on either side of me, one on the right, one on the left, and even if I go back after all these years and I haven't seen them for a while, once we stand in line and dance again together, when I have one of them on one side and the other on the other side, our line feels complete.
So what I like about working out with Team Move is that the workouts change every class, and so it's not like you're doing the same thing every class. You miss a class, you miss out on something. You miss the next class, when you come back, you're guaranteed you're going to be sore. And so I really like the variety, and I like it's a strenuous class, it's difficult, but there's various levels that you can work out at.
Team Move has made me accountable. I've never before taken a small class that goes regularly. I mean, I've taken classes, but it's the kind of classes you can go whenever you want. but Team Move is the very first structured type of exercise class I've taken, and it makes you accountable.
Jory and Judy is the perfect example of hard work, dedication, and consistency. And that's the reason why they were picked for the Hall of Fame. They go to our Move Camp class, and what I remember them most for is even though there's only 10 or 15 minutes left of class and they're running late, they still come anyway. And I don't know anyone that does that. A lot of people will be running late, and even if they're 10 minutes late, they'll just kind of say, forget about it. I'm not going to go to class. But they always make it every day, every single class, no matter what.
Well, we go together, so if you're having one of those days you're not quite wanting to go there, you can't really just bag it because there's somebody else who depends on you. So yes, it keeps us going.
I like it because, again, we know each other so well, so it's less intimidating to work out with a sibling than if you're working out with someone else you don't know really well and you're doing something that's really hard and they might be really good and you're not as good. You don't feel so junk.
Plus, in the exercises that you're matched up with someone, we're extremely well matched. So you don't have a large person with a small person or a really strong person with a big person.
Right.
So in that regard, we're well matched. It makes the exercises a little bit easier.
I like working out because I'm finding that I'm getting to that age, if you don't, it's harder to get back into it. So if you miss a day or a couple days, it's harder the next time to go back. And so I've also beginning to think that when we were younger, you work out, your muscles get sore. Now you work out, your muscles and your joints get sore. So for me, to keep it up and to keep going kind of helps all that soreness from creeping in.
Plus, it's a great stress reliever. It forces you to get out of the office and leave work on time. So work doesn't become 24/7.
Just do it. Just get
do
out
it.
and do whatever.
Just get out and move.
You are